Hello, my name is Hayden Hart, and this is my project labeled The Train. You will first start off at the back of the train, right near you. Let's first open the door, and you will proceed to jump over, duck under, and move some boxes out of the way with a collectible right there on the right. Once all the boxes are out of the way, pushed or thrown, you will then climb up the steps and make your way to the next train. Here you have the freezer slash tire car. The first car is a car, well, the first half of the car is based on a actual freezer with boxes in it. Move around like a freezer-like way. And second car is rubber tires. They bounce around, you gotta move them out the way. This car has fire in it. Avoid the fire pits so you do not die. And then you jump up here to the next car. You must go around, under the signs and tree branches. Here we come up on our featured asset, the tank, where you will hit the button and it will blow up the door in front of you. And you will proceed to make way to the next car. Here we have electrified puddles of water. You want to also avoid those as they will kill you, just as the fire would have. You will then climb up these steps, and you will be met with a similar train as before with the tree branches and signs. You cannot go underneath there for some reason. Once you have made your way around the signs, you will then jump down to the explosives car, where you'll be met with a small maze of barrels of gasoline and boxes of TNT. Once you have made your way to the end of this, you will go onto the laser car. Laser car, you must avoid lasers as best you can. Then you will make your way to the engine car. You will run in here real quick and grab objective, and you will deactivate the nuke that is here so that the door at the front of the train may open and you may proceed your way off and on to the next level. Once you leave the train station, this is it, and that's my project.
Hello everyone, my name is Derek Huffman, and this is my level, the Abandoned Compound. When you get here first, you'll want to find the gate key to open the gate here. After that, once you open the gate, you'll see this old bridge on the left here real quick, and that's my unique asset. After that, you want to use the grapnel to make a bridge here, and you'll go to the right, and you'll want to smash open this wall here with some debris here, or you can just simply run through it if you want to. As we get into the building here, we go to this section of lasers, and you want to crouch and jump whatever you can do to get over them. And as you're doing that, these lasers, by the way, are not instant kill because damage is done in increments of 20. Now what you don't notice here is the green key is obtained here, the door behind you actually unlocks. I was going to add a sound asset for that later, but in the meantime that's all that matters. But once you grab the green key, these two doors open, and you're supposed to use the so-called crates in this room to get yourself out of here and proceed to one of the two other rooms to get the red or blue key that you need. So give him a minute here. See if he's able to get out of here real quick. But yeah, if you probably had a hard time seeing the old bridge on the left when you open the gate, but that's my unique asset. See if he gets it here eventually. that said, I'll probably have to do something to make this go by faster, maybe. But, in the meantime... see if he gets it here. Okay. I think he's got it. There we go, okay. So, he's going to proceed to the next room here. And what you're required to do here is you got to push a sphere in, and there's a grate to the left there that'll open as soon as he pushes the sphere in there, and he can crouch under there and go to the next room that's got the red key in it. Now this section's supposed to have water in it, but I can add to that later in detail. There's 2 collectibles in this room, but you break a wall by getting to one, and you climb the stairs to get the other one. To get the red key here, just like the other setup, you use a bridge-like setup to get to the other side and get the red key. And as soon as you grab that sucker, the door will open for you. And then on to the last key. Which, to obtain this key, you need to do a little bit of platforming over some acid here. And now, in this room, that open section you see in the floor, that's supposed to be a trap. But I found that lagged too much, so I took that out for the time being. But if you do end up falling down that pit, there is a ladder for you to get up and get out of there. But we can fix that later in the meantime. But here he's heading back to what the weird looking object over here, which is what you need all the keys for. And bum, it's a little platform. And it will sink to the bottom here. Now, based on where he's at, he's probably gonna, he's gonna be thrown out here, but I put some barriers back there to prevent the player from falling, but I'll probably have to make a thicker one. Whoa! I was not expecting that, actually. I'll have to fix that. Looks like he found a little shortcut through this final section. So I'll have to make those pits bigger then, so nobody can get across those as fast as possible. But anyway, you get the same similar setup here where you push a ball in, and this opens the door, and this exits the level. But yeah, for that final section there, that was supposed to be a test of everything that was in the level, but yeah, I didn't know that it was actually possible to jump over those pits, so I will have to fix that. But other than that, thanks for seeing my part of the level.
Hello, this is Steve Hammond. Here's my level, the library. At the start here, you have to go and collect this cathode and this anode just up ahead. There's the second one right there. Those create a primitive battery that is used to open this door here, like so. Now that the player is inside the library, to find a way into the main floor. So they move these objects with the gravinol, like so, and head on in. Here's the first part of my featured asset. I got new skins for my books there. The player has to turn the power back on, and they'll need this fuse to do it. Now that they have that, head back out, and then move on, collect this scrap here under the table. And then this power box, boom, just press E, and that opens this door, which allows the player into this room. That door is locked, so they need to get through here and pick up that ID card that will let them into the library. Grab this other book while they're at it. It's the second of 7 standard books. There are 3 rare books, so scrap under the table there. And now the door is open and we are in the library. First things first, collect some books. 1, 2, there's 2 more right here. You can kind of see where you came in, but you can't get back out that way. So now the player has to open the door to the basement. They need 2 things for that. In the restoration room here, you'll find in the back corner a set of restoration tools, which will help repair the damaged book that holds the passphrase to the basement door. So heading back out there, player can head over to this card catalog and find the location of the required book, and it's right back here on the back wall. They pick that up, and now that they have both of those items, they can head over to this door, open it up. Password was Warren Spector. Ha ha ha. Now there's the ubiquitous laser traps at the bottom, and they will kill you. I want to add some explosive sounds here. Jump over them or on top of them if you're careful. So crouch under the third one and jump over. Whoops. Jump over the first, and then jump over the second, and then we crouch under the third, jump over the fourth, and then crouch under the last one. There we go. So now that we're over here, the player needs to get over this low wall here, which is doable either with the box back there or just by getting a good running start at it. So now that the player's in here, go through this doorway into this storage room. There's some pieces of scrap that they can pick up here. There's 1, 2, and then this wall here is fake. The player can kind of knock that over and head to the next part. It's the electrified water here. A theme in our levels. Be careful on the plank, then run across, jump off the end, and you're good. So now there's just one more little bit of water here, and you can either jump over those, or if you're careful, you can skim along the side of it and get into the rare book room. Rare book room has this case. Those are the 3 rare books. That's the big objective for the level. With that picked up and cleared, now the player can exit and head on to the next area.
Welcome to my level, Nemesis Research Labs. At the start of my level, you can see there's a little pick up to entice the player and get them wanting to try and get more. At the start, I have it very easy where you have to jump over some fences and move some crates, and then you get inside the building. Anything important that needs to be moved, or pulled out of the wall, I should say, has a yellow particle effect over it. Jumping on them is a bit of a pain. I had a lot of issues myself, at least at first. I have a barrier that I might need to remove. I have a pickup on the second floor of the lobby. I didn't explain part of this level to the team member playing it. In order to progress, you need to get that glowing red triangle called Mage Fist in order to actually make it through my level. We have no idea why the objectives are broken and why they continue to break. With the Mage Fist, which I know works, you're supposed to go up to each pillar and press E to break it. Because my friend didn't know that, he had to go into God mode and move himself forward to progress. Once you get through the hole in the ceiling, well, floor, you come down to the warehouse, where you're supposed to use the crates to make a path over the chemical fire, the damage zone. Once across, you are meant to go to the back corner and get some power cells, which allow you to break the red objects. Once you get through all that, and you get into this area, you are meant to move the platforms out, and jump across them. Once you get across them, you need to have both the Mage Fist and the power cells in order to use the elevator. You take the elevator up to the office level. There are a few collectibles in here, and then you drop down further into a research lab. From here you get a couple more collectibles, and then I'm going to have it where a trigger happens right there that will drop you into the vault. From here there are a few collectibles, and a crate puzzle. As the objectives are broken, it makes it difficult to see what you're supposed to do. Seems the terrain is broken, but what's supposed to happen is you jump across, you get onto the train, and you go up to the terminal. Now, for some reason, every time we were uploading to PertForce, a lot of things ended up breaking over and over. Many of my assets, my scripts, sounds, and terrain have broken continuously. This area is no exception. I know for a fact that for some reason my vault door had broke. Once inside, you have a bunch of collectibles you can get and the rare tech. Which was the core reason of why you were trying to go through the Nemesis research labs. And this is the end of my level.
And here we're going to come up on my level. My name is Jennifer Miller, also known as Senin. There are a few extra structures around here. First we come up on this control terminal that opens the door. The first use of the grapnel in here is this crate, which will move out of the way. There's a few more uses that were omitted for timeliness of this video. I will highlight them as we come along. Some areas in this level that are not visible in this walkthrough are optional areas that will complete the optional objective to gather all the files, which is the objective that was just introduced. And in this area, the pool we just walked across is poisonous, and the player can use the slab in the corner to lay on top, or they can just run across. There are a few collectibles here we chose to bypass. And this here is a sliding block puzzle that we also bypassed for timeliness. The blocks can move on the ground to create a space to the staircase we just went on. And from the second floor, they can create a walkway to the other parts of the indoor second floor, or they can be rearranged to move to the next area. And up here is a practice for platforming that we've chosen to bypass because it is a little bit difficult. Now this area is a liar's puzzle. The black horse will give you a hint that the horses in here, carousel horses, can't quite agree. And over here we had a problem with materials, and I do believe this black horse, which was supposed to be green, is our imported feature asset for this area. And we had to use God mode to bypass it because I've accidentally fused it with the wall. In just a few moments, we'll be flying right through it, which is somewhat amusing. And I'll just pretend this is green because I don't quite know what happened to the material here. And this area, when we get ourselves together, any minute, here we go. This area is a more difficult platforming puzzle. And I did hear that quite a few people had problems with this, and I had problems with it myself, but I'm fairly bad at platforming. Once you get up here, there are a few collectibles on top of this area. Once we get there. Alright, and once we follow this platform up, there is a third area that was bypassed. We may or may not edit it back in. That's all the extraneous structures you can kind of glimpse around the building. And we did have this problem here, which the player just floats, and as soon as they get on top of this platform, we will fix this later. And the collectibles we missed on the way out will be added back in the beta build.
Okay,
So this is my unique asset. It's the texture on the side of the wall. You start out by jumping over the car. There's collectibles you come through that you can pick up. And the player will pick up the rock and smash the window. Rock can be a little bit too heavy. And you basically need to get 6 of those panels out to get to that switch. Go up and hit the E button. That'll open the door up, and as soon as you walk through, it'll trigger the door to close again, trapping you in the room. Then you can pick up the glasses, and that will tell you how many collectibles are in each room. And you just gotta move these boxes out of the way. Heavy boxes. Then you pick up the password from behind the desk, walk over, and press E, and that will make a gold coin pop out. Eventually, once you can get to the gold coin, pick it up. Gotta get the chair out of the way though. Always wants to stick next to the gold coin apparently. Alright, once you've moved the chair out of the way, go and pick up the gold coin. The objective is to go and put the coin in that box over there. A little bit hard to see sometimes, so you got to kind of switch over to first person, or I guess a closer third person. It's not quite always easy to see where it's lined up. Oh, almost had it. Almost. And then once you've got it, it'll drop down the rock from the door above. And you pick up that rock. Again, rock's a little bit heavy. Slowly move it over to the window. And knock out the 6 panes again. Try and squeeze in there. Sometimes if you crouch, it'll help. Kind of got to at least get those bottom 2 panels knocked out. Helps if you get them all 6 knocked out, then you can just walk right up to it. But if you get impatient, there are ways to get around it. Alright, so then you knock that one out. Go over. Put that E button on that button. Now open that door just like the office door. Let you through, trap you in. You got that gold coin behind those boxes. Sometimes you can trick the grab knoll to go behind and pick it up without having to move all the boxes. But sometimes it's just easier to go ahead and move all the boxes out of the way. Some of them get wedged in there to where they just don't really want to move very much. So then you can kind of hop down and pull it from that way. Go. And sometimes it falls out. Line it up. Alright. Now, at this point, you need more than one coin. So you go over, pick up this coin. Try and carry it over without falling. And it falls. And you can carry it over there. Line it up so we can get it first try. There we go. That'll unlock that trap door again. And we'll give you the rock that you need to break the window, covering the button. Sometimes it's hard to see where the rock went, kind of blends in with everything. Sometimes you can kind of take a shortcut and just kind of throw the rock. And that makes it a little bit easier at least. Then, just like the other two, break that window. Okay. Now go hit the button. That'll open the door. And this time around, you need 3 coins to unlock the trapdoor. Sometimes you get caught up against the wall. Hard to see. Alright. Almost at it. Slowly but surely. Almost. Alright. There's one more coin. The other coin is hidden underneath these leaves in the tree. Alright. Alright. Now we got that rock. It's a little bit easier the more and more practice. Sometimes it's just not very easy to fit there, so. There we go. Alright. Button, there we go. Alright. Now to the next room. There's electrical water, and you can move those platforms, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to run across. Electric water will do a good amount of damage to you. And this one is nice and easy, and just has a rock setting there. Here's where you can crouch underneath. You sneak underneath there. If you do it just right, there you go. You can hit the button. Now you can squeeze back underneath. There we go. Alright, now you can sneak into that last room there. And this one's nice and fun. This one is 3 boxes. Each box needs 3 coins in them. and they're all kind of dispersed around the room. A lot of them underneath the table, and that table makes it kind of difficult sometimes to get to everything, so you just kind of gotta throw it out of the way. All those chairs like to get in there and confuse the grab knoll. And throw those out of the way too, and then just get to the coins. And then this one's set up to where it's 3 trap doors. Each trap door will release after each box has had all of its coins put in it. Sometimes they just don't want to be picked up, so in the interest of time though, I'll skip past that point. All it'll do is open that door, and it'll take you to the back of this room, and this is where you'll have the option, once you finish everything, to hit this button, and that'll open up all the doors that you just went through. So if there are any collectibles you want to find, you can go get them again. It just won't open the front door, but that button will open this door, which will then open all the way to the back of the building and will take you to the end of the level.